I am so shocked at the savagery of our society. The things that people will do to get ahead in their life, to prosper in their life, is absolutely savage. And I think as a nation, as a society, we're not even paying attention to nature anymore. Even nature teaches you that you reap what you sow. And I don't think that we realize as a nation that payment day is going to come. Like, you have to reap all of that stuff. You look at all the things that are going on in other countries. Do you not think that that is going to come here? Ours is going to be far worse. Especially because we will not stop. We have our heads so shoved up our ass. It is ridiculous. What is going on? People are dead inside. People are dying on every corner and no one cares. As long as you get your brand new Zoom and your new whatever it is. And do you not recognize that to whom much is given, much is required? And that we are blessed to be a blessing. And when you are blessed and you curse everything that comes into your presence, and you think you're getting away with it because you're allowed to keep doing it, and you get to go higher and higher and higher, you know what's happening? First of all, God is rejecting you because God corrects those he loves. So when you're doing evil, wicked stuff and you don't feel any conviction, you don't have any conscience, you don't feel anything about it, and you just go on, it's because you're being rejected by God. And it's because you're allowed to keep getting higher and higher and higher so that your fall is long and hard. I'm sick of this degeneration that is going on in our society, and it's getting worse and worse every day. And everybody wants to act like we are living in utopia. And I don't understand that. You see people suffering, but as long as you are doing okay, everything is fine, everything is perfect. It's just how it's supposed to be. But the fact that you, especially nowadays, when people are aware of what is going on in society and you don't do anything to stop it, you don't do anything about it, you don't care about it, when it comes to your doorstep, it's going to be 10 times worse. We've been getting so many warnings and no one will heed the warning. Because you don't physically, sexually rape someone doesn't mean you're not a rapist. And when you sit back and watch people being oppressed and abused and taken advantage of and stepped on and walked over and blown up and killed, and you don't do anything about it, you don't feel anything, you should question whose side you're really on. What does it profit you to gain the whole world? You don't even have a soul. You want to know why you don't feel anything? It's because you're soulless. It's because you love darkness more than you love the light. And a warning to all of the God-fearing people, the people who claim to love God in some form or fashion. Let me tell you something. And I'm guilty of it myself. There's temptation every corner. And sometimes we fall into those temptations. And sometimes we are enjoying the pleasures of those temptations. But let me tell you something. God's grace is sufficient and his mercy endured. But I'm going to tell you something. If you give your heart and your mind and your soul over to evil, you going down too. See, it's one thing to fall into temptation because as humans, we are fallen in our nature. But it's a whole other thing to be a wicked ass dog and a diabolical ass rapist. They're different. And so God uses the weak things of the world to confound the wise. He uses the things that are not to bring to naught things that are, so that no flesh can glory in his presence. And I'm telling you, Judgment Day is coming. Not because I'm not rich, not because I'm not famous, not because I'm not the prettiest thing on earth, or whatever the trendy thing now is to be, but because in my mind, in my heart, in my soul, I see what is going on in our society, and it hurts me. My heart is hurting. And I cannot believe where we have come to. And we keep on taking all of these things offered to us to bow down and worship this wickedness that is going on. And I'm telling you guys, if you don't stop, if you don't take heed, if you don't turn from your wicked ways, us as a nation, we are going to perish. And I'm going to tell you something. God knows how to save. So don't think because you're rich and you're famous and you got all this money that your ass is going to escape. God is slow enough for the slowest one and fast enough for the fastest. He is the maker of the rich and the poor, and he's chosen the poor to be rich in faith. See, I don't believe God has a problem with you having money. But when your money has you and you worship money and you'll sell your soul and sell other people and do wicked, evil things to others in order to prosper, your days are numbered.